right.
There we go. Back for part 2.
Part 2, everybody. Welcome to everybody that's listening or either watching on YouTube, and everybody here, of course, at the VMXdN for this Torq Moto combined with Pulp MX podcast. Steve Matthes is in the house, everybody. Give it up for Steve.
Thank you. Thank you. Pulp MX. Love to be here.
Yeah. Good. It's great. Like we said in the first part, great to have you over.
Yeah.
Enjoying it so far. The British weather again is playing its part.
The worst part of the day so far was running into Villapoto at the bar before we came to the track and just having to listen to that guy. That was the worst part of the day.
The fastest.
I did this in Germany, and you should have seen me in Germany, and you know, blah blah blah. So
he's I gotta give him credit. He's pretty good at drinking. He's nearly
he is.
the right.
He's good. He's the greatest retired rider ever. Just ask him.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
Yep. So
this cat though is a long way from retiring. At least I hope not. Everybody, give it up for Rob Holyoake.
Yeah.
Now, if you were here last year, and I really hope you were, you would have seen some performance from this cat. No, don't play it down, Rob. You were ridiculously quick on that. What year was it, that Husky you was riding?
It's 96, but prototype machine, so it's a bit of a special one.
Yeah. And you were absolutely ripping. Your lap.
How did it not shit itself?
wait,
How did you
what
not
was your gear? What was your gear?
UFO.
I remember you.
He had that Chio.
Yes, man. I think that thing's going to let go any second.
Yeah, you were on it. That's right. I do remember that. Yeah.
I know. I was on it.
Yeah. Great ride.
So what are we racing? The Royal We. What are you racing this year?
I'm on the same bike again. Few little refinements to it. We found the guy that actually made the factory pipes for Coyote back in the day, so we got one of those on there.
Really?
There's a couple.
He had him in the closet or something.
No, I think he's not even making pipes anymore, but he had the jigs.
Oh, wow.
So Sonny got hold of him and got some made.
Sweet.
So we had a couple of options there. So I found what I like, and so there's a couple of improvements to it too.
Hopefully we get a better qualifying position this year.
Wow. Just
what happened with that?
Have a start gate as well would be great. Whatever gate pick it is, just
waiting for the.
Why? What do you mean?
I know. Last year he got screwed on the timing.
I just didn't have a lap in qualifying. I don't quite know what happened because I did one, but nothing.
Transponder, just nothing.
I'm gonna hire one tomorrow, just so there's no excuses there.
Just get your old man to stand at the beam and just go.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Give it the old walkthrough.
I don't think the 96 Husqvarna was a very good bike.
No, the factory one was awesome.
Yeah.
Coyotes were pretty good.
Was it 3-speed?
Yeah.
There was a factory 125 was 3-speed.
Yeah.
What? 3-speed
On a
125.
Steve.
How much power does that thing produce?
Wow. Holy shit. Can you imagine when Coyote came to Steel City and he had to ride like
a stock thing.
Production bike? He's probably like, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
This is not the same machine.
But obviously you like it. Works well for you?
Oh,
is that
awesome.
Marzocchi stuff on it too?
Yeah, Marzocchi and Sash rear shock on it. Yeah.
That always works great when you
Those SAS shocks are quality.
and it always works great when you have two different companies making your suspension.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But hell, man, you ripped on it. Yep.
Go on.
Well, to be fair, it feels, if anything, on a lot of the tracks over here, feels better than the modern bikes do.
Oh wow! Yeah.
How forgiving it all is.
Yeah.
So talking of which, Rob, you've been quite vocal. You've kind of like highlighted that you're not done with modern bikes or motor, but you are sort of almost etching a career out for yourself now, or you're spending most of your weekends now just doing not to the Evo scene. You're going even lower than that. I turned up at Launchy to run my bike, and you were running. What was that thing you was riding that day?
The YZ125G, 1980.
What's a G?
1980, yeah.
Radiator on the front?
No, that's a H. That's a H. Before that, you're right.
I think I've got a bike now for every classic class, from 60s up to 90s now.
You can't be riding them with a modern style. You just break the stuff, surely.
Yeah. Good job. My brother's a welder.
The shit breaks a lot.
You know what I remember too about last year is, I don't know who you are, but I remember you're riding, and then I remember because I think I was up with Roger and was Roger Harvey there too?
Yeah, Harvey was here.
Yeah, Harvey was here too.
He's not here this weekend. He's on a hip operation.
Oh shit!
Old
That's what happens
fucker.
when you're 90 years old.
Fucking
But
old, dude.
no, and then the crowd started getting behind you and started realizing, oh shit, this guy's like coming through, and that was a really cool moment. I do remember that when the crowd was like, oh, there he goes around, like you were going outside of guys, and like, yeah, it was pretty good.
It was quite. I've never had it before where you're doing a race and you literally have people hanging over the fence cheering you on.
Yeah.
And that was something quite special.
And you can hear them. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, you
I
can.
had the same
Yeah.
question. You can
Yeah.
see and hear these people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
that's something that you don't get with any new racing now, really.
No.
Unless you're right at the front, then maybe you do, but not for me.
Well, obviously, for our sake, for your sake, you want to be at the front. But the entertainment you gave us last year, ripping through the field.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like, so
How many people did you pass?
It was a fair few, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm guessing there was. If
I think you were doing like 5 or 6 a lap.
Yeah, I was tearing through them fairish. Yeah. I did say it could get a bit hairy.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
that's exactly it. Yeah.
I remember you were forcing it to the ground over the tabletops to like get down and just like, you know what I mean? Like as far as, I watched it. It was great.
It was a short race as well, so I thought I can sort of.
You cannot wait.
I can get away with it. I won't get tired quite so quickly doing that. So
quality, looking out this year, are you same race number?
yeah, same race number. and
Same
everything.
race kit? Still doing the
Yeah,
whole right?
same
Okay.
kit, yeah.
So you need to watch this cat over the week. Number 11.
Number 11.
Number 11 on that.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Husky.
Carl Nunn or Coyote.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
You got to take that compliment.
Carl Coyote, that's a...
Yeah.
Carl Coyote.
I just was
like
trying
it.
to dreadlocks. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're
I
missing.
didn't
Right.
quite have the balls to do that.
Yeah.
So.
So with all the old bikes, then so you like you said, you've built them up, and the old man is a big part of it as well. I know. Do you think that's like kind of giving you a new impetus, going back to go racing old bikes and giving you a fresh lease of life?
Yeah, for me, it's just I only ride for fun. I only race for fun now. And, And for me, when I was racing modern stuff, British Championship, I just didn't enjoy it that much. So I thought, well, I'm not getting any money out of it, so I might as well just go and buy some old stuff and enjoy myself.
Enjoy yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
But you had a good stab at the EMX there for a while. You did.
I did.
Yeah. So what was your best result in the EMX?
Overall, I had a 6th overall in Talavera on
It's not to
in the
be
EMX.
sniffed at, is it?
Not to be sniffed at.
I just needed, if my head would have stayed on for 2 races, I would have been a lot better. I normally had one good race and then a DNF or something. I was just always just a bit wild, but
Yeah.
I'm getting better with age. But now the motivation to do it is sort of weaning to do that stuff.
Have you had to change your riding technique to accommodate the old bikes? And like Rob said, like I said, you can be hard on it. Good job, your brother's a welder.
Yeah.
But have you had to actually change how you ride?
Not so much. I think if you can ride it like a modern bike, it's an advantage.
Yeah.
Because you can make it float around the track, whereas if you ride it how they did, they just hammer through everything, and so it's an advantage. But you have got to be a bit careful with them. It's very easy to
But be sympathetic is the word.
sympathetic. Gearboxes are the worst.
Yeah. I can imagine.
No
yeah.
snoop.
Yeah. Again, the 96 Husky wasn't great.
Not a good bike.
Yeah. So, regardless of
Wasn't
your
slow.
expectation, then you say you're a ride for fun, but going off the back of last year's performance, surely that's given you a bit of like, right?
I mean, if you can get a top 10 pick on the gate, you've got to fancy your chances.
Well, we got a lot more competition this year. We've got Matty Bayliss, we got Luca, Nev Bradshaw, Luke Dean, and we'll all be about a similar speed. So I think it's going to be really close racing. So whoever,
I mean, in fairness, every class is stacked.
Yeah.
There's not a class where you think, oh, that's going to be brilliant. I'll go and have a P. It's like every class.
Yeah, it's just gonna be absolutely stacked out.
yeah.
So, regards of like we said, you're doing all these old style races and all that kind of stuff. What is the protocol? Is there a priority over which bike? How many did you say you got?
I've probably got about 10, 11.
It's doing well on the collections.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Which one's your favourite? Come on, there's got to be one bike where you're like, oh,
I know it ain't the YZ125G.
Yeah.
I do love that thing. But my favourite, the last one I bought was a 1973 CZ380.
oh my
geez.
God, he's got a
And-
CZ.
Wow.
The power,
Wow.
the power is so nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
Just tractable. Just
yeah, it's got so much torque that
Yeah.
you can just sort of cruise around on it and it grips. Yeah.
Really?
So which one is that? Everything on the right side? Because obviously those Eastern
Yeah.
European bikes around that side.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what we're doing. We'll really mess everybody up.
Yeah.
We'll stick that
We'll
on
put
that
the shift
side.
on the right side.
Yeah, put the
it's
kickstart in.
conventional.
Right.
I've got an old like Dot Demon 1963, and the gears are on the opposite side and the wrong way around.
Oh, my God.
Jeez.
So literally the wrong way round.
Yeah, down to go up to go down.
Oh, that would fry my brain.
And the
Yeah,
right.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'd be all out of that.
Yeah, no.
And it's
I mean,
missing,
keep that.
It's missing fourth gear as well, so you can't.
What is wrong with you? Oh, that's bad.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
No.
You keep doing it. So when you go out riding then, to train or practice, well, to just ride for fun, is it like, do you have one of those like game show spinning wheels where you spin the wheel to see which bike you're taking out?
Well, I normally.
How do you go?
Whichever one's running, I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah, basically, I'll ride one and then take 3 weeks to get get it back up together, and then I'll ride the other one, and it's just a constant rotor of which one I'm on.
Which one you're actually running?
Which one's running, yeah.
What about the mechanics of it? Do you do the majority of that? Are you
The majority.
You're doing it, yeah.
So
So have you always done kind of like your own bikes and everything like that, or is it because now you've got these old bikes, you kind of like fixing them and repairing them?
no, I've always done the majority of my stuff. I mean, now I'm older, I'm doing all of my own engine rebuilding and stuff like that, but I've never ridden the four-stroke, so I've never had to do anything too technical.
So, like, do you fit that around? What's your day job?
I do goggles.
Oh, of course you do.
Goggle prep.
Goggles.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We've done that. We know that. But
Done a bit of that.
Yeah, you two know a thing or two about that.
I hated that job.
Oh, well, look,
I
that-
hated that job.
I've done a few goggles in my time.
Yeah.
Look, I've been a matchmaker here. We can have some goggle stories now. Yeah. It's evolved a lot, though, isn't it? Even goggle prep.
That's it, I don't know.
I gave up on it. Once I finished, I walked out of it.
I did more goggles than I can.
Yeah.
If I never see another fucking goggle in my life, I'd.
You did it longer than I did. That's for
Oh
sure.
my
Yeah,
God,
I
yeah.
hated it, but
It's hard,
yeah,
but-
but I mean that's what you do for a job. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do all the Fox stuff for the Grand Prix riders.
Okay.
But I just tend to ride with no tear-offs and wipe them off because I'm sick of doing them too.
That's true, though, isn't it? When you're doing something for a job and then you're like, you hate doing it. It's like, you know, like, I don't know, if you're like a plumber or whatever, and then you come home and there's a plumbing job to do at home. You're like,
There was a while there, and Wobbs, you were probably doing more, but there was a while there I was doing service for X brands at the races,
Yep.
Supercross and motocross. I was doing 70 pairs a
Yeah,
weekend,
yeah.
70
Yeah.
pairs, 80 pairs. I was just like, oh my God.
I mean, the pile of stuff I used to get through was insane. And the worst day I ever had was Southwick. And they rode on Saturday and just destroyed everything.
Yeah.
And I worked till 4 a.m. rebuilding. And I had nothing left in the truck. It was nothing. It was just it was everything I had.
yeah, it was pretty chaotic, you know.
A lot of stuff. And we've got
'cause
pictures of me and you with
I experienced it,
piles of stuff.
Yeah. It was
it's frustrating, right? Because like you could build the perfect goggle, you could do everything perfect, and then the rider gets mud on it, tosses it, and gets mad at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, I did nothing different.
Dude's a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Just
like, sorry, man.
That's the whole
You know?
thing.
Or they go face down and it just shatters into a million pieces.
Yeah.
And there's nothing left of it. Or
Yeah.
So many
I
things.
remember I was at St. Louis one time, and I'm in my truck, and I'm next door to Chad Reed's camper, and he is just ripping John Cuso.
Oh, yeah.
He's done something, and I said to my boss, if any of my riders speak to me like that, I'm fucking done. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because, I mean, there's teams in the U.S. that will tell riders who get paid 20, 30 grand from a sort of a B-level goggle. The team managers would be like, you can't do that. You cannot take them. I know the money's good, but this product can cost us a race.
Not good enough.
This $4 product can cost us a race. We're not going to do it. So you got to wear something Oakley or Fox or something good.
Something that works.
Yeah, because that's how important it is.
I
Gotta
must
be
admit,
able to see where you're going.
Dude, when
Yeah.
I got the job as being a mechanic onto a goggle thing, I underestimated that job.
Yeah.
Like, massively. Because you used to doing everything for one dude, and now you're doing goggles for like 30 dudes.
Yeah.
But then you're into that Albertine, you're into every single factory truck, and every guy wants something different.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like,
No, that's not easy. Especially again, I was doing indoor supercrosses, and I had 12 motocross nationals to do. You got 20. Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
It's a long season.
Yeah, long
It's a
season. Yeah.
And it's
Yep.
been wet so far this year.
Yeah.
A lot of your
Yeah.
budget knackered.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of wet ones.
We used to have fun at the Supercross though. When they come back from the parade lap, you'd have like parade lap goggles, which were practice goggles.
Yeah.
And we used to hoof them into the crowd in between two dudes who we knew would fight.
Yeah.
So you'd like trying to land them in the middle and watch
Yeah.
them go at it. It
That's
was fun.
Wobbs inciting a riot once again.
It was
Yeah.
that way to keep us entertained for a while.
I like it.
Yeah, good stuff. So you should do some moonlighting, Rob. Anybody want their goggles done this weekend?
There you go.
See
Yeah,
them.
there you go.
Here, fit them in between races.
I'm not telling them where I'm parked.
You can do a mean laminate.
Rob, we wish you the best of luck on the weekend. It's great
Thank
having
you.
everybody. Put your hands together for Rob Holyoake.
Hey!
Thank you.
Nice one, dude. Just that. Yeah, Rob will be out there ripping if he rides anything like he did last year and gets better starts.
Yeah.
Or actually puts a qualifier. Well, you did put a qualifier.
He
I'm
was-
not blaming him.
He was on it.
He was on it.
Cheers, boys.
Plenty more of them will get you go quicker. That's the plan. Okay, nice one, Rob.
Thank you.
Okay, who we got up next? I'll tell you what. This next rider, give him a special round of applause because he was always a dynamite motocross youth motocross rider, but he's etched out a career as the world beach racing champion, world champion, multiple the 2K beach race winner, Western beach race winner. Give it up for Todd Kellett.
Yeah.
There you go, Toddy. Stick them on your bonts. Hold that about an inch from your fizzog. Todd, always a pleasure, particularly after last year's performance. You don't do motocross very often anymore. You came out last year here, and I mean, you were running Bobby, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You were in it, and because effectively, the motocross season is your off season.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a blast last year, but just chaos kept kind of finding me, which I'm not proud of. It wasn't the plan, you know. But I had a hell of a bash. I really enjoyed it, and we're back for more. That's the important thing.
Yeah. What I would say, Steve, just to paint the picture of Todd's background, so you don't know him as well. Todd is very much in the same ilk as Ando and Mike Brown. This dude, you just give him a bike. The whole Kellet family, actually. Mm-hmm. His mum and dad have raced Western Beach Race, for example.
Okay, yeah.
Anything two wheels, they're just shred it. And from a real young age, you know, we went to a practice track and all the pros were coming in. It was lashing down with rain. Not this cat, crashing, pick the bike up, go again. And he would literally stay out there until he's run out of fuel. So that's who you are, isn't it? I mean, you just...
Steve, if you ever get a chance to watch the 2K on YouTube,
I've seen it. No, I've
you
seen
see
it.
this dude
Yeah.
hanging off a YZF 450 like a fucking piece of laundry,
Right.
just down that start straight like 150 mile an hour. You're like,
Yeah, no, I've seen the old Lat 2K videos. I guess they've shortened the track now from what it used to be, but you watch those on YouTube.
Yeah.
My buddy Shane Drew got 8th one year.
Yeah.
The mechanic Shane
Did
Drew
he
got
know?
8th one year.
Never knew that.
And it just looks insane. It just looks
you
absolutely
see
nuts.
this dude like
Yeah.
Come on, Toddy.
80 pounds hanging off that.
Yeah.
How fast are you going?
About 100 mile an hour, so
100 miles?
160.
Yeah.
Just 100.
Yeah.
With the back just fish
Just
tailing
like
like that everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, the
Do you ever, you've built up to that kind of
At some
speed.
point, you must be thinking, this ain't good.
But initially, was there like, as you push the envelope and get quicker and quicker, was there ever a time when, hold on, I'm traveling it? Do you notice like people going by, like, because when you're driving a car and you're picking it like, oh, hold on.
To be honest, everyone says to me, "God, it's sketchy. You know, your rear end's doing this." Oh, is it? I wouldn't have a clue. You know, you're just on the job, and arguably, it's got to be the time to rest. You know, when you're coming back through, you got gooners to the left, right, center. You know,
Yeah.
I said to my brother once, the only way that you can make it harder is if some riders were coming towards me.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, because you guys are just you're
I
going
think I've
by
seen
guys,
that
you're
happen.
lapping guys, right? Like constantly.
So by the time we take the start, and by the time we make it to the first corner, you're already in the traffic.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, like, that's exactly when the race begins. You know, the first lap, you're just full gas. You're just going through it. You know, it's nothing's really happening. All the top guys are going to be together. And then as soon as you get into traffic, that's where I like to boom, right. The race has started. I'm gonna make a run, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So a 3-hour race, there must be a level of strategy. You can't go flat out for 3 hours, or maybe you can. He's fit enough.
Yeah.
So how, without giving too much away, is there like you obviously have to go quite quick early on, and then how do you just like pace it from there? You must also know fuel count and come in when the fuel stops, because that would be a shocker if you miss your,
Yeah, it's always interesting. Like the very first time I won Western Beach Race, I was racing Tano Leok, and
that man Leo.
Yeah.
so the first hour I sort of caught him up, and I was battling, and I thought, I don't want to battle with him. He's going to burn his clutch out anyway, so that doesn't matter.
About right.
And then an hour and a half, same thing, caught him up. I don't want to get involved. I'm not interested, you know. So stayed back. And then it was only until like 45 minutes to go, I caught him up again. I thought, right, if I want to win this, I've got to get on with it. And we went at it.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I beat him. So that was the icing on the cake. But I remember saying to my dad, that's how it works. That's how you win these beach races. Well, the following year I won Western. I took a whole shot, and I took a minute in like 30 minutes. And I just kept going. And, whoa,
Where
maybe
is everyone?
Maybe I can win like that. And
Yeah.
then it's really, you just got to wait to the situation, find out, okay, this is where this guy's going like hell. You know, I'm not going to run that pace early doors. It really depends on the day, on the terrain, how many crashes. I remember one year actually I was racing Milka Potzek to win Latuke, and I said to my trainer, I said, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit behind him for 2.5 hours, and then at the last 30 minutes, I'm going to pass him. He said, oh, that's fine. He said, but when he crashes, are you going to stop and wait next to him? Well, yeah, you make a valid point, to be honest. I'm not really sure. So the strategy is to be the first man across that finish line at 3 hours, really.
That's so simple. Steve.
Yeah, it sounds easy.
You know why we don't all do it?
Yeah, you know, the last year we had the Lars Van Berkel Honda kid come up to Canada. We came down to the U.S. to race some nationals, did pretty well. And then I hooked him up with some Canadians, and he went up there. He got a podium. And great motocrosser, you know. I mean, that's what he does. And he was telling me about the beach races, and that's where he told me, like, it's unbelievable. You're coming up on these guys, the lappers, and I mean, it's just like a video game where they could explode at any moment because they can't get through the sand, and you gotta anticipate that.
One guy told me once, he said, just follow him. He's going to go left or right any minute.
Yeah, so just go right behind him. Right. It just seems crazy.
Yeah, so with that in mind, like, is that different to motocross regards of your decision making and how far you look up the track?
Yeah, the thing is Alexander Kowalski summed it up really well to me. He said that it's not reaction. Nobody can react that quick. It's anticipation, and that really comes with experience. The more you look at the rider, the more you can get a gauge. Like I said, they're going left or right at any moment, but I'm like, I'm 90% sure he's going to the right, so I'm going to go to the left. But you don't always get it right. You know, you don't always get it right, but it's not a reaction. Nobody can react that quickly whilst doing, 50, 60 mile an hour.
Yeah.
It's an anticipation, really.
You must have so many hairy moments in any beach race. Let's take Western, for example. We got those big dunes at Western. They're total blindsided jumps. Or not even jumps. You're coming over the top of it, and there's a yard cell the other side.
It was funny, actually. I was, my first year, I won Latuke 2 years ago. I was leading, and I was going good, and I was really charging. I'm amped up. Let's go. And I come over one June, it was probably an hour in, and I just landed square on top of this bloke on the bike. And I was like, ooh, that could have been my day over.
Yeah.
And I said, right, that's it, finished. I'm not going to.
So you weren't worried about the bloke you landed on?
Well, absolutely.
Blow.
Yeah, he's fine.
Absolutely, but the bloke helped me pick my bike up, so I was quite chuffed with that, really. And I said, that's it, I'm not going to jump again. And then I said, if I need to go faster in every single corner, faster on every single bump, I'm going to do that, and I'm not going to jump. So it really depends, At the same time, if I was battling with a guy, Milko, on the last lap, am I going to jump? You can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to jump. You know what I mean? So it really depends. Yeah.
So let's talk dirt bikes, motocross. You're from a background of racing motocross before you went beach racing. And you had a good, relatively good career. Obviously, you rode for us at Team Green, and you were right in the mix there throughout the youth career, with the likes of Josh Gilbert, Conrad, a bit younger than you and whatever. And as you've proved, you've stepped back into the motocross with not much practice, and you're running pretty near the front.
Yeah, I think, I had a great career in the motocross, and my mum and dad, they couldn't have done any more for me. We went all over Europe racing European Championship, and I was right on the limit, or right close to being an MX2 rider. I had the calls from a couple of teams, and I even rode for Hitachi, as we know.
Yeah.
I'm sad that it didn't happen, but at the same time, like, I went away and did my beach race thing, and fortunately forged a nice career for myself. And like, as you know, this year I went back to the GP in Riola, and I was riding with similar guys like Tom Koch and a load of other guys. I was like, I was racing with you guys 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. We're doing the same thing, and obviously I'd love to be an MXGP rider. Who wouldn't? Everyone's just sat here watching. Everyone's dream is to race MXGP. But for me now, in the same breath to win Latuke is a massive dream.
Yeah. Not once, by the way.
It's quite interesting, actually. My team manager, he helped Maxime Renault a lot when he was a youngster, and Maxime is he's a world MX2 world champion. but he said he'd almost trade that for a Le 2K victory.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, really? Wow.
Yeah.
No, the 2K is a big deal.
Yeah,
French people.
Let 2K is still the one. It's still the one, or
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the one. It's the holy grail.
it is a holy grail. Fortunately, we've got this World Championship coming now, which is really strong, and I've actually raced Enduro del Verano, which is a race in Argentina.
Okay.
And in my opinion, you've sort of got Le 2K top of the tree, and then after that you'd have Western and Enduro del Verano, and it's really strong. It's really strong. Hopefully, it's going to go in the right direction.
Listen, dude, you've got yourself an FIM gold medal.
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's
Were
not
you-
to be sniffed at.
Were
is
you
it?
doing beach stuff kind of on the side while you were motoing?
Yeah,
Like
so-
just like let's try this for fun.
I did Western Beach Race. It was it's 20, 30 minutes up the road from my parents' place. I did that from a real young age
Okay.
as a kid.
So always just for fun, yeah.
It's for fun, and then I was winning a couple here and there, which was great. And I was funny actually. The first time I won Western Beach Race, woke up Monday morning, thought the phone's going to be ringing off the hook. Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Second year, nothing happened. So I was really focusing on the motocross at that time and in racing European Championship, and then when that sort of fizzled out, I had the opportunity to race the Red Bull Knockout, and it was basically me and my old man pitting next to Dragon Tech Yamaha, the team I ride for now. And there's me and Dad, put some fuel in, kick the tires.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nibs is a top mechanic.
Oh
You all know
yeah,
that.
we did kick the tires hard.
Yeah, no.
We were
granted.
happy. And then the neighboring team, the Monster Energy Dragon Tech Yamaha, I was like, whoa, geez, these guys are really going to town on their bike. Like, what's going on? I see, you got a problem? And oh, no, we're all just checking. And I said, do you want to ride a Yamaha? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I literally went home on the Saturday night, raced Skegness on the Sunday,
Good old Skeg Vegas.
and then I went to St. Blasey on the Monday, and then went straight back on the Tuesday to start riding with Yamaha.
Yeah.
And then it just spiraled out of control, basically.
Awesome.
Never look back. Talking of Yamahas, you're obviously racing one this weekend, the stolen Yamaha team. There's team manager Rebs out there. It's a good time over at that camp, innit? I mean, you're going to want to win. I know that, particularly after last year's performance, and now you felt you could have won. So how's prep been this year? Because you're like I said, you've got to fit it. You're in the off season. So
I'll tell you a quick story. Last year, I couldn't get on the bike. I didn't have enough time to get on the bike. So I just rocked up here. And I knew Revs, I knew all the team, but whatever, just got here. And I started modifying the bike, changing this, changing that. And this guy is seriously fussy. Like, what is
a
wrong with him?
mechanic's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
We got one at the moment.
He,
Don't worry about that.
he is pissing me off. You know? I'm changing everything, and this is crap. Change this. And they're like, this guy's an idiot. Also, I said, well, I'm not coming here to make the numbers up.
No.
I think after qualifying, they had a rough idea what I was all about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But Ray, basically, last year we would definitely all show, maybe quite a lot less go. But we got the job done, and I think this year we're doing all right. Yeah, we're doing all right. The engines are going to be all right. The bikes are going to be all right. I've actually managed to ride the bikes. That's a bonus.
That's
half
a
the
good
battle.
start.
That's a bonus. So
It usually helps. Yep.
we'll find out Saturday morning.
I've seen their beer supply. They're well stocked up for celebrationary drinks.
Yeah, well, let's hope
And
we
either
can,
way, it's all going to go. Either way, Revs, in it. Whether you win, lose, or draw.
let's hope we can provide the goods for they can have a good celebration.
Well, look, mate, if
Excellent.
last year was anything to go by, you are going to be, I'm pretty confident you're going to be a contender for it. Just don't go doing what you did off that step down last year.
try
All right?
and keep the rubber side down.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go, Todd Kellett. It's always a pleasure to have him at any motocross event. But give it up for Todd Kellett, World Beach Race Champion, the 2K winner, Western winner,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
going for a
Thank you.
VMXdN victory.
Add to the mantle.
Right. So now I'm gonna steer it more towards you now because this is your domain. This next
the
part of the
Canadian.
show.
Listen, I saw how much fun everybody had last year, and Team USA didn't have the race they wanted. Team GB won, right? And so I thought I could get a new team into the mix. So I brought three Canadian racers over here to line up against your guys' best, and we're looking forward to taking the win. So that'll be a great time.
So who'd you bring? Who'd you bring?
First up is Tyler Medaglia, everybody. He's a household name. Give it up for Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler.
He's part of the Commonwealth, just like
Yes.
you people. So
Let's give Tom and all the Canadian boys a good British welcome.
let's remember that. Tyler is 37 years old. He finished, got on the podium a bunch in the MX2 up in Canada this year.
Yeah.
He's going to be our rock. He's going to be our steady force. The man he's done ISDEs.
I was going to say, who have you ridden for? I've heard the name plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, what
so-
haven't you done?
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't done a beach race. So that's
Okay,
that's
so, yeah.
on the list.
Yeah, he's put that on the bucket list.
He's ridden for Team Canada 9 times, the motocross the
9
nations.
times.
9 times, so not Marty Barr level, but
Battled him. Though.
how many times have you seen that bastard?
Oh,
out there?
I've battled him a lot. So.
I know, right? So yeah, Tyler's a great rider, and I'm happy to have him here. So you walk the track. What's your initial thoughts?
It looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's way steeper than the videos I've seen.
Yeah, they don't do it justice
No,
at all.
not at all. Like you come off sheer cliffs, it looks a lot of fun. Obviously, it's kind of like chalky type clay, so it's probably going to pack up pretty hard, similar to like a hard rock and Florida and stuff that we've ridden quite often. So yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
On motocross, off-road, whatever, 4-stroke, 2-stroke, I do not have a doubt that you'll be ready. Do you ride much 2-strokes? Do you do much on them?
Yeah, well, actually, I built up an '07 CR250 a few years ago and rode it. Not quite as nice as your guys' bikes, a little bit hack, but I ride hard enduro a lot, so I ride a 2-stroke quite often. And like you say, I mean,
You'll ride anything, anywhere.
Ride
Yeah.
anything, yeah.
There's a
Hop
lot
on
of
it,
them
twist
there
it.
around this event.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
good part about this.
Yeah,
Everyone
absolutely.
just doesn't give a shit. You just go out and pin it.
So for us British fans, Tyler, just give us a bit more of your background. What what got you into the sport? What age would you start doing moto?
I started probably at 6 racing. My dad raced superbike, so he raced like Daytona 200 and stuff. And he always said that like dirt was for potatoes. It didn't really like motocross.
I'm gonna steal that. That's great.
Yeah.
So and then he would come home from work, and I'd be on my Z50, and I'd come at him and like play chicken. And he's like, I got to take him to the track. This kid's crazy. So we went to the track, and that was pretty well it. Like motocross from
And that
then
was
on.
it. Like us all, it's just then gets under there.
Yeah.
You screwed that.
And you're too late. You're a lifer at that point.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm going to be interested to. So you're coming back to Vegas for the Pulp show on Tuesday night. I'm going to be so interested to talk to these guys about what they experienced, what they thought about it. You know,
Like
'Cause
right now, look at him green. He has no idea what's coming.
Yeah. But hey, there's some fast guys here.
Oh, my
But
God.
you've raced them all before.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be awesome. I mean, hopefully we get enough track time to get some good lap times, and I'm pretty sure that the gate pick is going to be pretty crucial here.
I know that you said you've watched a lot of the events from it on YouTube or whatever. So how aware you are of the history of this venue. Do you know enough about it?
Yeah, I know. Like my father-in-law even knew about this track because like my wife's side of the family all raced, and there was a lot of pros on that side of the family too. So yeah, I mean the history here is crazy, and even flipping through the program, just seeing all the old photos and just the track going up in these crazy hills. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, for you guys, even yourself, you're riding it tomorrow.
Yeah,
So, you've ridden AMA Nationals, amazing venues. It's just nice to say,
it's cool.
I rode Foxhill.
Yeah, I think it's cool, and the amount of fans here and the history here and the event you guys have built here is really something else. So you guys have done a great job with everybody getting here, and the vibe and the hype is really cool. I've met some of the nicest people the last year when I was here, like just super fans. The bike show's really cool, so it's a fun time. Tyler, you're riding a 01?
Yeah, 01 CR250.
01 CR250, so good bike, dialed in.
Yeah, I just got the pictures of it.
Oh,
Looks
okay,
good.
yeah.
Number 48 on it.
So you're ready
So
for
you haven't
it?
seen it yet?
What?
You haven't seen the bike yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
No.
Just
I'm
tell
gonna
me
run
one
it in tomorrow. I'm gonna
One
break it
thing
in.
I like about my Canadian team, you're out testing with Brownie and Short, and you're out making sure all the Team GB guys are good. Not my
You haven't
guys.
seen the bike yet?
Not my guys. No suspension, no bars.
You're the only factory rider bringing your own
I know.
suspension.
My 3 guys are like, fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll just ride them.
I'm in.
We just rock up.
Yeah. No, there's not a lot of this prima donna
That's what we
attitude
like at
going
VMX.
on.
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah,
like.
get a feel for the bike on the track. That'd be good.
That's like the Canadian mentality a bit. They're all pretty laid back.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
Oh, yeah,
That's
for
what we
sure.
like,
No,
you guys,
absolutely.
not overhyped.
Yeah, no, we're all, I think, and up in Canada, in Canadian motocross. I mean, Tyler's raced this series since 03? 04?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I missed 2 years. 06 was
Okay.
really.
Okay, 06. It's so laid back. We had Drew Adams come up there this year. We've had Brett Metcalf race it. Bobby Canary, Matt Gerke, all these, and they all say the same thing. Love the series. It's like a local. You just hang out. It's for everyone. It's friends.
They don't want to leave.
Yeah.
It's the promised land up there.
It is. It is. I will say, from my standpoint of what I've seen in the Canadian series, because we saw quite a lot of it about a decade ago on.
Yeah.
I can't remember what channel it was.
I saw that Guald guy
And
being a pit reporter.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, we used to, and the tracks, you've got some amazing.
They look beautiful. They look beautiful.
There's a few good tracks.
Oh, is there not? Right.
Not all of them.
There has been there's places that have unbelievable tracks, and yeah, I mean, for our nationals, a lot of it's water dependent and weather and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it's such a vast variety, and our country is so big. We start in BC and then work our way across to the East Coast, and a lot of families and a lot of privateers and even factory teams will stay in between rounds, and everybody hangs out with each other. You go mountain biking in Whistler, you know what I mean? You go fishing in Nova
He's
Scotia.
selling it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a hell of a track.
I need to get in on this gig. I need to at least go and try one.
Dags, do you have a goal for this race? I don't even know. Where do you have a place you want to finish? Do you want
I want to do good.
Yeah.
I want to try to get.
Well,
a
you're a
podium.
racer. You'll be great. I mean, you're in great shape. Yeah.
I want to have a good feel with the bike, and now after looking at the track, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You didn't have the season you wanted this year in MX2, injuries and stuff, and just took you a long time to get going. He got injured on the first lap of the first national, and never really got back on track the way we know he can. Was it super frustrating, or are you okay with it?
No, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm realistic. It's part of the game. I've had a string of years of good results and good seasons. Knock on wood, not getting injured that often. And it was and development and hopping back down onto a 250 and learning the process of riding that really aggressive and with kids that are really fast and hungry and sketchy.
Sending it.
Yeah.
Kids are sketchy, aren't they?
So yeah, it's one of those seasons. It is what it is, right? You're gonna race again though. You're
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a huge goal of mine is coming up here for ISD. So that's, one of my goals of trying to be as competitive in that as I can possibly be.
Yeah.
And my kid is really good now too. He's moving up. He's racing at MXoN in the Blue Crew.
Yeah, his kid got
race.
selected for the Blue Crew thing. Yeah.
Okay,
That's cool.
That's cool.
And I actually got picked for the team. And because my kid raced at the last round at our amateur national, our Loretta Lynn's, and I raced too at the national, and it was too much stress on me. And this opportunity for him is going to he'll remember it for the rest of his life. So I gave my position to the other guy.
Give it up for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And just so I can focus with my kid and really enjoy this with him, and it'll be special.
Oh, the Blue Crew, you're probably unaware of this, but I run the Blue Crew in the UK, so I'll be there, obviously.
Awesome.
So, seeing you over the weekend. It's such an amazing experience for the kids to go and ride at the motocross conventions.
Yeah, it was. I did one of the Yamaha Blue Cruises races at Glen Helen.
Yeah.
And people were the main thing is hey, we maybe get to go to Matterley to ride, Yamahas. Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah. Really neat that Yamaha's doing
because this
that.
is the first year with the Blue Crew that they're bringing riders from outside of Europe. So
Brazil,
so we got
Japan,
Canada,
Indonesia,
America,
everybody.
New Zealand.
And like I said, Medaglia got picked for the main Nations team, but he was like, no, I'm going to focus on my kid. So that says something.
cool.
That's
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, that says something.
That is so honorable. I love that.
Well, hey, man, thank you for coming up here. Appreciate
thanks
it.
for having me up here.
You're going to ride the bikes tomorrow?
Yep.
Wait, what? You had to ask Walt something.
Oh yeah, we need to get the key for the track, maybe.
No problem.
Okay.
I'll make
I'll make a call. I'll make a call.
Talk to Gary.
I can get you in, but you're going to fuck up some tires.
Burn some gas.
Thanks, T-Dex. Let's give it up, everybody, for Tyler Medaglia.
Yeah,
Canada's
Tyler,
own.
well done.
And
Cheers, dude.
we're going to bring up our second member of the team. This gentleman is a team manager of Tyler's team, but he still races quite a bit. He was a Canadian factory rider for a long time. Ryan Lockhart, everybody. Ryan Lockhart, come on up.
Come on, Ryan.
Come on.
Ryan Lockhart, otherwise known as the Noof. And this gentleman here,
Stick that on your noggin.
he is volunteered.
You have to get that.
Volunteered.
About an inch away.
He's never ridden a 500 before.
Oh.
And he is riding a KX 500.
You'll be fine.
You know what? Looking at this track, that is a total 500 track.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay, so you're fine with this choice?
100%.
Okay.
especially we're going to test tomorrow.
Yeah, big test session. You gonna be able to start this thing?
We might need you for that. That's a team manager
Jump
job.
on that thing,
I
kid. It'll
can
stab
tell
him.
you're going testing tomorrow on similar dirt. In many cases, more hard packed, but it's pretty flat. There's no hills where you're going tomorrow, so you're gonna have to embrace them for the first time.
Did you hear we walked the track today, Team Canada?
This one,
Yeah.
how did it go?
I was scared shitless. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, how
Those are
steep
way-
are them hills, man?
They are way
Steeper than they look
all
like.
those. You guys had Jordan Booker out riding.
Yeah,
that,
it looks nothing, doesn't it?
I'm like, oh yeah, this is a piece of cake.
So
They're fucking steep.
That shit's steep, man. Yeah,
real
that-
steep. So can you
Like
remember
jumping
back?
off a cliff, man.
They are. Can you remember back then? You're obviously an avid fan of the sport. Going back to the 98 nations.
Yep.
So do you have even more respect now for all those dudes that like Everett's the only like getting up the hill in those conditions?
So what hill was that? We were actually
So
chatting
that
about
is
it.
the final uphill on that side of the valley. It's
Okay.
the final. You sweep round and it's like a step up, and you go up to the far left. So it's that one.
And you make the left.
That's Everett's hill. Yeah.
Okay, and that's where they kind of like
It's
cut
got
the
a
track
little
and-
jump halfway up,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
was jumping over. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were
Now-
stranded.
You're old enough that you raced two strokes as a pro.
Yeah.
But when's the last time you rode a two stroke like now?
Well,
In
last,
anger.
Last time I
carry on.
last time I rode two stroke was at Washugo when you hooked me up with the 125 race.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So when was that?
that
was,
didn't go well.
Well, no, it didn't go well at all. Actually,
Yeah, whatever year that was, right?
Imagine that. A race at Washougal not going well.
Yeah, yeah.
2015, 16.
Yeah, that's the last time you rode a two stroke?
Yeah, 2016. But
I mean, you grew up on them just like we all did.
I
Yeah.
did, but not a 500.
Right, right.
And you know what? I'm not nervous about riding this thing, Steve. I'm nervous about starting it.
That's where we're at.
They are a
in
beast.
Canada.
They are a
Yeah.
Probably is now not a good time to tell you. My brother recently broke his foot for kickstarting one. I should, just a
Like kicking it over?
kicking it, yeah. So every right to be nervous. There's a certain
Look at
technique
his
to it.
knee. He's got a
This knee's not good.
Well,
Ah,
I'm
that's
not
a
saying right now.
concern.
That does look a bit sparrow
I
like.
would definitely get the Nikes off and get a boot on. Don't risk getting them.
No half measures, kid.
No,
Don't take half a stab with it.
This is just sound advice. I'm telling you. Put a boot on, and that's a good starting point.
And then, as we talked about, I told you guys as manager, my advice, and I've got this from other people:
Yeah.
lay down a heater as soon as you can for gate pick,
Yeah,
right?
get out there. Don't not.
So,
So good luck.
So you're riding a 500 for the first time, a track you don't know,
And you gotta put a fast
Steve's
lap in.
advice is
Yes.
go fast immediately.
Yeah.
Right away.
yeah.
Perfect.
Send it.
So here's what I said to the team today on the track walk. I'm like, everything looks pretty good. We're walking along kind of the bottom of the valley, and then we did the climb of the big hill, the first big hill, and we get to the top, and I'm like, holy shit, man. Like something's gonna feel weird when we drop down there. Like you're gonna get that feeling in your
Yeah.
belly.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Steve's telling us to send it.
Yeah.
Right away.
Right away. We need that gate pick.
Straight away.
We need that gate pick.
We do, because I did look at the start, and you're fucked if you're not on the inside.
What you need to do to try and get into the zone, if Steve's asking you to do that, is when you come around first lap to the hill, pretend you're an Olympic ski jumper.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
not.
that'll do.
Just
Just go
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Tell yourself there is actually dirt underneath me.
at the front like that, and just
And
come
just
in.
launch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Just tell yourself there is dirt there.
You know
It's not
what's
the-
crazy,
It's
though?
not the edge of the world.
There is dirt there.
It's not the edge of the world.
There is a couple hills though, and this is why I wish Steve would have walked the track with us. But we're going to do another track walk tomorrow.
Okay.
Dags and I have another track walk set up. Galdi said he's out.
Okay.
He doesn't want to see any more. That's our third teammate, which you'll talk to here in a minute, and you'll understand where we're coming from. But I would like if you come, because there's a couple of the hills. If you do come up, you actually got to move on the hill. You can't just go like left side, because a lot of them are left side up.
Yeah.
You go right off the fucking track. Like you're
Yeah.
jumping off the track.
They're slightly.
They,
They got a kink in them. They got a kink in
a
them.
little kink, right?
Okay.
So,
You wait till the rocks start coming out.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Good
so
times.
I want you to see this. So,
Well, I saw it
you
last
know
year.
what, Steve, thank you so much for bringing us over here. Like
Don't
this is
thank
great.
me, thank these gentlemen right here.
Thank you guys. Like death-defying hills. bikes that are unknown. Like, this is awesome.
Oh yeah, it's all
Yeah.
enjoyable. It's all good.
Cadence 500s.
It's
You'll be
like,
talking about this shit at Christmas.
It's like suicide if I make it to Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you make it to Christmas,
If I make it to Christmas,
You'll be laughing about it then.
this will be a great thing
Yeah.
to talk about.
I'll tell you a funny story, Wobbs. My dad, he's always been pushing me my whole life, right? Obviously, I'm older now, so he's kind of backed off. He called me. I was literally on the way to the airport, and he said, I just really want you to be careful over there.
Oh really?
I just really want you to be careful over there. I don't know if he's watched this track. He's
Fucking send it, man.
yeah,
I hope
just
not.
send it. And that's what Steve said. I got to send it.
Yeah.
I got to
That's the
send it.
instructions.
So.
Maybe
That's what the team
maybe-
manager's telling you. You got to do what you got to
Yeah.
do.
Maybe you could give him some reassurance by tomorrow morning. Go and taking a picture from the top with one of you at the bottom as the focal point.
Yeah.
That would put his mind at rest.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
jumping down this.
Listen, life's an experience.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Steve said, the one jump scares me. The one step up.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing's, you got that all day
Oh, I
long.
do? Okay, all right.
I'm more worried about the downhills.
The downhills, okay. Well, the cool thing about the downhills is you can just kind of go burp, and
Yeah.
then you just go down the
you
hill.
can.
Yeah, but if you don't have any brakes at the bottom,
Wow.
That's
I
a
hope my
good
bike has
point.
brakes.
I hope too, but we are riding some vintage bikes.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's not the same.
How are you hoping to do? What's the?
Honestly,
Because you're a good rider. You ride a lot. You race a lot still.
yeah, and you know, it was cool to see Neville Bradshaw up
Gentleman
here.
won a Canadian Pro Moto.
Who? Neville.
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 Nev.
Neville Bradshaw.
That's
Nev
it.
Bradshaw.
Nev.
Yeah, I saw Nev up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nev's a racer.
I raced with him back at Sheffield Arena Cross, Supercross, whatever
Oh,
you want
way.
to call it. Yeah. So it's kind of cool to see these guys. Obviously, I know who Martin Barr is, right? He's been on Ireland 18 years
Yeah.
in a row.
That idiot Ryan Villapoto.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that guy. Mike Brown, like, dude, these guys are super legit. Honestly, I just want to go out there and you know, we got our freaking leader here, right?
Yeah, Medaglia.
We
Yeah.
got Dags, and you know what? He's just that all-around rider. What did you say earlier? We need Dags top 10,
Yeah.
me top 15,
Yeah.
and Galdi
Whatever.
whatever.
That's enough.
That's not an expectation for
Take
the
that spot. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
so-
Just
go
ride
up.
round.
Just.
You could take our one drop race.
Yeah.
But I also
Oh, is there a drop score?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
so here's what we're calling on Galdi's drop score because we think Galdi's going to take the drop. Dags and I already
Yeah.
claimed it.
Yeah.
In our motorhome there that Steven brought for us.
Yeah.
There's a spice rum on tap in there.
Oh no.
So we definitely dropping Galdi's last.
Oh no.
score.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
But anyways, to answer your question, my expectations, I just want to be competitive with the group. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like I don't come here to expect to battle Tommy Searle and freaking Pocod and
Yeah.
freaking these guys. You know what I mean? Like they're gnarly. They're good riders.
Yeah, and they know the
Fast dudes.
I forgot to bring it up, but Medaglia is upset at Searle.
Oh, is he?
Donington Desnations.
Okay.
Hurlings is coming to lap them.
No, it wasn't Donington. It was Matterley.
Oh, it's Matterley?
Yeah,
Okay.
Which one? The
17.
first one?
17.
17. Oh, okay.
17.
He said he's ahead of Searle. They're battling all moto,
They get lapped.
and they're getting lapped by Hurlings. And it was like 2 turns to go, and Medaglia pulled over for Hurlings, and Searle got him after riding all moto. Yeah, he's very upset about Searle.
I'll tell Tommy that. I'm sure he's going to be concerned. About
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
I'll speak on Dags' part though. You know what he's going to do this weekend? It's going to blow your mind, Steve.
Yeah.
Because this is what he does. Obviously, manager of him on the Honda team. He's going to freaking go first in practice because he already knows the track. He's already memorized it. He's taking pictures. Dude, he's taking pictures out there.
Really?
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
he
yeah.
studies it because he does ISDE, so he knows all this stuff.
Yeah.
He's gonna freaking send it. So he's gonna be a
good.
You know what? I'm not calling it for a top 3 finish. I'm gonna call him for a top 5.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That's
call him
still-
top 5 in a moto.
Wow, that's
Still pretty salty.
That's
Still
impressive.
Pretty salty.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a top 5 in a moto. I guarantee it.
Okay.
And he's gonna be our rock, and then anything else is gonna be a freaking bonus. I think I'll do all right, but
Yeah.
I'm not claiming I'm not anywhere near those guys.
Right.
I hope you heard that. You've put the pressure on it.
Yeah,
That's
put the
good.
pressure on
You-
the
that-
other guy.
He knows.
Oh,
He knows.
good,
Well,
yeah.
Steve's been telling them all day.
Good.
Steve's been telling me and Galdi, don't talk to Dags.
Yeah,
like,
be
just
nice.
leave him
He's our
alone.
star.
He's our star.
Don't upset him.
Be nice.
Carry him over the water puddles. All that kind of stuff.
But I want to say, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, this is awesome to be here with you guys.
I'm glad you came. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. Obviously, this was something that it was kind of funny how it happened. Steve threw it out in a group chat. Hey, would you want to go to England and ride Bent Motocross Nations? And we're like, yeah, why wouldn't we? Not thinking that it would ever happen, type of thing.
Yeah.
And sure as shit,
Dave
everything
and Wobbs made it happen.
There you are.
Yeah.
everything kind of came together.
Thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it. Ryan Lockhart, everybody. Good luck.
Looking forward to it, Ryan.
The KX500.
Thank you.
I
guys.
shall come and see you after practice.
Okay,
Just to see.
if anybody in the crowd can start the bike, come on over and start the bike for me, and then I'll ride it.
It'd be like NFL football when they bring a kicker on. We just need somebody to start the bike.
Just start the bike, let it go.
Let it go.
All right, so that's the second member. The third member of the team, some say our best member of the team.
The highlight.
He says that.
Yeah, he says that. It's Ryan Guald, everybody. Ryan
Yay.
Guald coming up here. So, Jeff, you talk about watching the Canadian Nationals all those years ago. This gentleman was probably the pit reporter.
He was.
For that time.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember when it was. A good decade or more ago I used to watch it. Yeah.
What's up, Goldie?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Do you know you haven't aged at all?
No, I know. I look beautiful. My mother says that every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother tells me every day.
Welcome to Foxhill.
Thank you, Stephen.
And you walked the track.
I did.
Noof seems like he's scared of the track.
Yeah, but that's new. He's always scared of everything like that. But to be honest with you, I did lose a cup. I told Doc about this when he had to take a pee earlier. I lost a cup. I had to walk.
That's
when
a
I
pound
walked
you're
up.
down. It's a
Yeah.
pound.
I know. I'm down.
Pound,
I owe you a pound, which is $1.75 Canadian.
Something like that.
Oh, it stinks.
Yep.
I lost the cup because I needed grip, so I threw the cup to the woods, and them hills are steep.
Yeah.
Them hills are steep.
And you're going to ride a 95 YZ250, which you raced for Yamaha Canada.
I did not.
Oh.
That's the only bike I did not
No,
race,
but I was
actually.
saying you raced for Yamaha Canada,
Yes,
but
I
not
did.
on the 250.
Not on the
Right.
250. I had a 95 125 that year, and that was the bike that they supplied me with as the pro side of things. But I had to buy my 250, and I bought a 94. It was cheap.
Yeah.
I was on a budget.
Yeah.
Same bike.
And
Yeah.
it
Oh,
was the same
different
bike.
valve.
Just different colors. Remember the color different?
Yeah, colors
Remember the
goofy.
crazy- right? It was super
No,
crazy. how different it
engine-wise,
was.
different power valve.
yeah.
Same thing.
Ryan was Canadian National number 5 one year,
Yeah.
Canadian National 10, I think, one year. But him
No,
and Noof,
never out of 10.
okay,
Ever.
him and Noof have a big battle because, so Ryan won a Canadian Pro Moto,
Okay.
but Noof won an overall.
No, I'm the overall. He won the
Fuck,
moto.
sorry. Goldie won the overall without winning
This
a
is
moto.
our manager, guys.
So
Statistician here.
he won an overall
Statistician.
without winning a moto,
Okay.
which is
3-3.
awesome.
Full Tim Ferry.
3-3.
Tim Ferry
But
style.
Noof won a moto, but didn't win the overall. So the battle over who did
What would you
bet,
take? The
you know,
I'll take the overall. I
That's a
think.
great debate, actually,
Right?
because it is like what?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the end? I think the overall is. I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, what pays, Jeff? What do you get
Yeah,
at the end of the
depends on
day?
what contract you had.
The
Yeah, so
overall
what is
is what you get the payment. And if anybody wants to listen, the overall on that day, it paid a good amount. And then I got the Yamaha money later. But that night, the celebration side of things,
So yeah,
dynamite.
yeah.
So he won.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
And Jeff, you might remember too, Goldie got us a bronze medal at the Pit Bike of Nations.
Of course, I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
because
yep.
You say about the Irish when
Fuck,
it
it
comes
feels
to the
like I'm in
actual-
Vietnam. over
Right,
here.
what's going on? We're like Vietnam. I don't know if you can hear that.
Oh, that's a Canadian beer getting dropped off at the tank.
I'm going to go
Canadian
back
beer
on
is
saying
coming
that.
on set. We want to get
I
everybody
reckon
extra
that's Chris
drunk
Dawson
tonight.
from the range.
Sorry if you've just heard that.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that was
saying.
our title sponsor coming in.
That's going to be Chris Dawson, I reckon.
Of course, I remember the pit bike because regards of Ireland in the main VMXdN, main MXdN, when it comes to the pit racing,
Yeah.
we be in
Yeah,
Canada, we've got
yeah.
that kind of thing going on.
We had a rough 2019,
18.
18. We had a rough
first one,
2018.
yeah.
Goldie may have a few too many.
Was that
No, that was 2022.
Oh, 2022.
2018. Dude, I have a bronze medal. They
Oh,
wouldn't-
yeah, you did. You
They
got
wouldn't
third.
let me bring it on the plane because it was overweight.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I couldn't bring that.
Yeah,
So,
we've
yeah.
had 2 silvers. Yeah, I just want to say that.
Okay,
Still
all
no
right.
gold, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Filippo and that Carson Brown running those big ball
hey,
kits.
imagine
Yeah.
calling Carson Brown up to go do the pit bike of, like, come on.
Yeah, that's a bit cheated.
And I'd like to tear down the Team USA bikes also if I can.
Absolutely, yeah. There's something going on there.
Well, I mean, we-
Stand United on that.
Yes.
We didn't watch them get built
No.
under the tents. We didn't. I
Yeah.
don't think they cheated.
Okay.
But,
All right.
I mean-
I don't know. That bike that had a bit of an extra bark to it, I think.
So, Goldie, you looking forward to this?
This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm unbelievably appreciative of what this is. I've been doing this a long time, traveling and all the stuff. I'm very thankful for what you did, and Doc and Jeff, and I am
Dave King.
Dave King as well. Yes, sorry. The man that didn't pick up our bags today.
He didn't. Yeah.
He's there. We didn't. But seriously, this is my wife, my kids. My wife. She doesn't know about moto. I met her outside of moto, and she said, "What are you doing? What is this?" And I'm like, "I'm going here," and she's not new to this, but this is amazing. This whole perspective, the persona, the event, and everything. I'm very excited. Walking the track was a dumb idea.
It's quite daunting. It's quite daunting, kid.
That part doesn't matter. It's more like my health side of going up and down the hills. But this is really cool. The perspective, the promotion. This is amazing what you guys have done and how you're building it. And for a guy like me in Canada, I run races. It's very cool to see, and the growth, and you see the excitement, and you bring in the American guys, and of course Tommy and Neville earlier, and Brad Anderson. It's very cool. I'm very excited to be a part of this, guys. I'm very appreciative,
Thank
and I'm
you.
stoked I met Charlie, who answers me back on social media.
Oh.
The social media queen.
Yeah.
And does a great job with that. And this is going to be really cool. And tonight, I am soaking up the beer tent.
Good man.
Steve told me I'm not allowed, but I said,
of course you can.
yeah.
I'm
Team orders are there to be broken.
yeah.
Right? Remember that.
Tonight I'm allowed. I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. This weekend, though, we're going to kick ass. Myself and Nuke T-Dags. Canada's going to bring it. We're going to have a good time.
Dags is going to be our rock. He's a warrior. He's a warrior.
Dude, hey, you need a rider in every class.
Yeah.
How many motos we got? 18? He'll do 19.
Yeah. He's an
Do a
animal.
hot
So
lap if you want. Yeah, Dags is the animal. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very appreciative. This is awesome, guys. The track, the atmosphere, it's going to be, I'm very excited.
wait till tomorrow night. We're doing another show here.
Yeah.
We are,
tomorrow
yeah.
night, so
We got RV, we got Bradshaw.
yeah.
I don't know who those guys are, but if you want another Canadian person, I'm going to be here tonight.
Okay.
They're not.
Okay, that's nice to
We've got
know.
the big guns in tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So you two, tell me, what's the? Is there an Evo scene kicking off, or is that happening in
He
Canada?
would know better than I would. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I live in
forward
Vegas.
a bit
You're
more
in
these
Vegas
days.
and you're palace.
Actually, to be honest, we actually created an event last year. There's a certain track, Gopher Dunes, is the track where Tyler Medaglia, the team that rides at Gopher Dunes, the owner, Frank Schuster, he is a huge advocate of Evo bikes. He has a museum that doesn't rival what you guys have here, but is very, very cool in our own sort of environment. And we did something last year for the first time. It comes kind of late October-ish, and I think it's kind of building, but it's not like this whatsoever. But it's something that just kind of creates and keeps talking all our Canadian icons and heroes. And it's very similar to what you guys are doing, just reminiscing and making sure that people understand our past.
But it has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
What is it now? 12, 13 years ago, Dave started this thing
Yeah.
at Farley, and
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the thing.
There we are.
I don't. You guys obviously maybe don't follow or know what we do, but we see what is done here, and the same things. You go to America. Oh, that's the rule. Let's do it in America. We see what's going on here with Foxhill, and this is cool. And guys at home now are doing it. They're bringing back old bikes and heritage, and
It's a big market.
It is, and
deal.
not about the market side, but even just the enjoyment of like reliving,
Yeah.
just reliving moments that are just.
There's so many guys
memorabilia.
who come here,
Right.
who came here as teenagers
Yeah.
in the 90s, and now they're bringing the family back.
I have a group of new friends right over here that I just met, and they listen to me that have been on the show with Pulp. They're like, Goldie, you're on Pulp. I'm a mouthpiece. I do whatever the hell I want and say things. But coming to this, what you guys are creating now, it's with a lack of a better word, you're creating a pandemic of fun.
Yeah.
Of what it is, and I think it is stretching it.
Yeah. Write that down.
write that down.
Yeah.
Use that.
No, wait, I own that. No, I just own that.
Actually, he said it on damn.
But seriously, what this is, and it's funny what Steve said. Hey, if you guys want to come this year, I did a bunch of research. I followed what you've done and all the online, and I've been reading, and I'm like, this is so cool, and it is the traction that it's gaining. It's really, really awesome, and again, it just kind of relives the moments that we all love talking about, right? The machines that you love talking about, and the podos, and the storylines that were created before what we're seeing nowadays, and you guys are doing it from the.
It just seems like a golden era, the 90s.
Right.
Yeah.
The
People,
90s.
people dig it.
Yeah, no, it was a golden time.
people
Luckily,
say-
we were there first time round.
Hey, for a guy like me from Canada, I cannot wait to meet David Thorpe this weekend. I hope he's coming.
No, he's on a cruise.
Well, then let's FaceTime him, please.
Yeah, we can. He's going to be drinking gin and tonic by now.
That's fine with me. I only watched him on a VHS tape as a kid. I was telling Steve about this today. It was, I don't know why we saw it in Canada. I don't have no idea. But anyway, it's something that I'll never forget. And this weekend, it's very exciting. You guys are doing a great job with that.
Actually,
and I don't need to pump your tires. I'm already here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's very cool.
That's unfortunate because you missed out because about the one time that DT isn't here.
No, he's normally here, but
he's normally here.
his wife
That means
puts him on a
you have to come
cruise.
back.
I guess I got to come back
That
now.
means you're going to have to come back.
Yeah.
All right, it's on Steve. My manager right here.
Yeah.
He's the boss.
Well, you're welcome back. You're welcome back.
He's the boss.
Listen, I thank the Dave and Wobbs for making this thing happen, for letting me bring my 3 buddies
That's good.
to come race.
Sound
We're going to be
well.
enjoyment. Thanks, man. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate
Pleasure.
it. Thanks a lot. Ryan Guald, everybody. I'll see you.
Yeah. Hey, and let's enjoy the weekend. Hey, by the way, I made friends with the bartender. Just drop my name and say Pulp MX. Beers are on him.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Galdi.
Yeah, great.
it's
Gold.
good.
Superb.
Fun to have these guys here. New country.
Yeah.
For the
new.
Des Nations race. So that's great.
Well, I mean, I can feel a vibe already. Maybe it's them kicking in. I don't
I
know.
think so.
But this is obviously just day one. We're doing this again tomorrow night, of course.
6 p.m. tomorrow.
6 p.m. tomorrow in here.
A little bit
Hopefully,
earlier.
Okay. I didn't know that.
RV's
Good to
bitching
know.
because he wants to go and get dinner.
Right.
we've got to move it forward because RV needs to go and eat.
RV needs to go and get his tea.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like to have that status that you
What a
can
you
move
can
things
spec
around.
it.
He
Fine.
is such a pain in the ass to me. God, if you guys only knew. Yeah.
So we'll be back tomorrow. For all of you that are here, of course, remember, show and shine tomorrow at what time? 1 o'clock tomorrow. Out the front here. Yeah, so we're doing the show and shine tomorrow, all the bikes. It's awesome. Make sure
That might have been my favorite part of last
Yeah,
year.
no,
last
that's
year
really
because
cool.
I was just walking up and down
Really
looking at the
cool
bikes.
stuff, man.
Super cool, yeah. I mean, even you, Wob, you build these things for a living.
Oh, yeah, no,
and you were
I love
involved in
that.
it.
I
You're-
love it.
You got to look at some of these
I
bikes
love
and be
it.
like, holy
These guys
shit.
do some good
Yeah,
work, man.
yeah.
Some really nice stuff.
Yeah, that'll be good. So we've got that going on, of course. We'll be walking around. Steve's going to be walking the track.
Yeah, I guess I'm walking. No, Ryan, Noof scared the shit out of me. I will not be walking the track.
So tomorrow's tech and sign on. They're screwing it in, signing on in this tent.
Yeah.
And then the bike show, and then we're on at 6 o'clock.
And of course, all over the 3 days is a good time to catch up with the riders, get autographs and all that. But tomorrow, maybe even a bit better because they're not racing. So if you want to go and get T-shirts signed tomorrow, all that kind of stuff, the merch stand is over there as well. And just basically, let's get we're up and running.
Have some beers.
Let's
Have some
make
fun.
it a great 3 days of action. So thanks for tuning in, for being here. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Follow Steve as well, of course, if you're not already, on Pulp MX. And we'll do this again tomorrow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
See you
Thanks,
later.
guys. Thank you. Thank you.